I was approached by the Family Life Office. They wanted to engage me in pro-life activities because what we found is that within the African American community, there aren't many people who are advocates for pro-life. So it was at that point that I made the decision that I want to get involved in this. If I am visible in doing this work, then possibly I can get more folks to follow me. I thought that I was going to have a partner and everything was going to be fine. No, it didn't work that way. He told me where the sign was, how to get the materials, and I had the first shift on that day. So I was thrown into the fire immediately. Some of the difficulties is that, you approach this with kind of a reluctance and fear to say, who am I to say something to somebody I don't know about what they're getting ready to do, about the choices that they're making. But I think it's important that we understand that anybody who's making a choice that is harmful, it can harm them down the road, we're called to point out to them that there is a different way.
So let's take a minute to look a little bit deeper into the three roles that we talked about before outside of an abortion facility. Firstly, we talked about being a peaceful presence. A lot of the people going to an abortion facility, they're afraid, they're stressed out, and they're probably expecting you to be angry or looking at them with judgment or condemnation. They're expecting this because it's happened. They're expecting this because people have yelled at women going into abortion facilities in a way that's slanderous or condemning. So you never know, but sometimes just being at the abortion facility outside peacefully can actually make a difference. The second form of presence outside of an abortion facility is a prayer advocate. Being a prayer advocate outside of an abortion facility means that you are out there visibly praying for these women, that they could even see this also and be reminded of a God who loves them. But above all, I think the most important thing about being a prayerful presence is just asking for God's grace in that place, and God is faithful. And the third option for our presence outside of an abortion facility is to be a sidewalk counselor, where we present the women going into the abortion facilities with loving options, loving alternatives to having an abortion. Now, this isn't a role just for anybody to walk up to a girl outside of an abortion facility and just deem themselves equipped to talk to her. First, we have to be very humble and know that this is a sensitive issue and that this is something that needs to be taken with a lot of reverence, right? There's a lot hanging in the balance, so we have to be very careful. But as a sidewalk counselor, you're going to learn in these videos a little bit more about the empathy that's required to talk to these women, and also some of the wording, some of the tactics to urge them to consider other options, healthier options, better options for them and the life of their baby, and to be willing to walk with them all the way in those options.
I had an occasion where I don't know what came over me. I felt the Holy Spirit said, Bill, pray. And I had one of our fellow parishioners, Atiba, with me. I said, Atiba, give me your hand. Let's pray the Our Father right now. And as we started praying, a young lady and her mother walked around the corner, and she was visibly upset. And then she saw us praying, and I think it just struck her that, what am I doing? What am I doing here? So she sat on the bench for a minute right outside of the center and thought. And then she said, I can't do this, and got up and walked away. And we praised God. We hope that was a lasting decision that she made. But if you notice, I didn't say anything to her. So, it's a process. The street advocacy is really a process of publicly witnessing what we believe, that we're praying for the people, that they make a different choice, that they choose life.